What's up, DIY queens? It's your design bestie, Cara Newhart, and this is Make Space.
Welcome to Make Space, Sarah.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here finally after like 2 or 3 years.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I feel like it's the perfect time because when stuff happens 2 years later, it just wasn't meant to be until now. And so, yeah, I'm glad you're finally here and I finally got back to you. But I'm so excited for today's conversation because I feel like it is perfectly seasonal. Obviously, everyone is like shifting their focus to outside. I also feel like landscaping can be so intimidating and you make it so like fun and approachable. And so I'm just so excited.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I love landscaping.
Yeah.
I feel like I love landscape.
Right? Like it's your whole life. Okay, so where I want to start is I think like when many everyday people first think of landscaping, we kind of think like curb appeal or we think like aesthetics. But to me, as I'm like now redoing my entire yard, this is very relevant, but like it's such a cool opportunity to like connect with nature and really like intentionally curate an outdoor space that has function, that has purpose, that like supports your life. I know I personally like wasn't thinking of it that way until the pandemic when it was like my little yard is all I have for the outdoors. So maybe we can I want to get into some tips, but first can you just kind of like unpack your approach to landscape design? Like how do you approach it?
Sure. I mean, we are so grateful that so many people are focused on landscape now. Like if we feel like it's like finally our turn.
Yeah.
like the attention has come our way because usually we're like the first on the chopping block in terms of people's budget. They're like, oh, I got to do the house or everything interior. And I'm like, but it's also very important your exterior spaces. And depending on where you live, we're seeing more and more people investing in like outdoor living, which we love. So it's kind of like taking the elements of your inside but bringing them outside so you can still have the comforts of being on a comfortable couch, being shaded, being comfortable, but being outside so you can hear the birds or feel the cool air blowing against you instead of being cooped up in our houses, even though I'm sure those are nice too. So my big passion is just being able to pull people outside and increase their quality of life because it's healthy for people to be outside. It's healthy for our kids to be outside. And if like the parents are inside and the kids are outside, there's like a disconnect. So if you can bring your like lounging time and your like even working time, like I love doing like outdoor workspaces where like you can just set up your computer and be out there and comfortable and be able to go through a work day. I work outside all the time, like doing landscaping, but oftentimes like I'll also bring my laptop and work outside because I have a pond in my parents' yard, so I'll go work in their front yard sometimes. Just like it's so relaxing and it feels like, oh, that would be nice to have, but it's so much more than that. Like our outdoor spaces like really can change our moods in the way that we interact with ourselves and each other because it's going to make you a lot more peaceful inside when you get to connect with nature.
Right. I feel like it's such a small shift too, because when you were saying that, I was realizing like I think of outdoor living as like entertaining. Like I'm having a party or there's a tailgate or we're going to have like a dinner, but it's like just infusing it into your everyday routine in ways that's like just small and easy, but like, having that like more consistent, which it sounds so dumb to say, but like it's such a minor thing, but it's like such a different way to frame it versus like outdoor entertaining. Like
Right.
Every day.
Yeah. And the whole indoor outdoor thing is very popular right now, which I love. But I think we're finally like the indoor outdoor thing in the past was like, oh, let's put big windows so we can see outside and maybe a concrete patio. So we'll like creep out there and then come back in.
Right.
And now it's like, let's open up all the walls so like it can just be seamless in to out. Like, and I think that's just wonderful. Like that's the way to go. We should be designing that way. We always should have. Like we're so connected to our outdoor spaces. The fact that we live in boxes is insane to me, really.
It really is. I know. If you think too hard about it, it's like, what are we doing? Like this is wild. Or not wild, actually, and that's the problem. So what was your journey like into landscape design? You're like so passionate about it. Did you always know like I want to work outside and play outside, or was this like a
I've always liked being outside. during college, I was paying for it myself, so I wanted to make real sure that I was going to do something I wanted to.
Yes,
so I did community college for a while, and then at one point I came across a flyer that described landscape architecture, and I just knew immediately, I'm like, no questions, that's what I'm doing. Like, although I'm not really technically doing landscape architecture now, I'm more in landscape construction than anything, but it's still, it's in the same field of work, really.
Right. For the everyday person that is like, I don't know where the line is, like, what's what is the difference between, like, when you'd hire an architect to just, like, what your role is now? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, so you can hire a landscape architect to design your exterior spaces. If you have, like, a big estate or a huge house, a huge investment, a landscape architect would be an awesome person to work with. They know they'll be able to work with engineers and, like, run through the city permits and all that stuff. So they're great. They're going to be, like, at a higher price level. And then there's landscape designers who are not licensed. Like, landscape architects are licensed like engineers are. Like, they got to pass tests, and it's actually a very hard test to pass. So those are like cream of the crop when it comes to, like, landscape design. However, not everybody needs a designer of that capability on their yard. Like, by all means, do it if you want to spend $5,000 on design. And there's nothing wrong with that, and that's completely normal in a big project that's highly detailed. And then there's landscape designers who are not licensed, who are basically people who trained and understand outdoor spaces, understand spatial arrangements and stuff like that. And that's perfectly acceptable for, like, your backyard space. And oftentimes, I think landscape designers are probably better fitted for residential design. And then, of course, there's contractors. And sometimes contractors, like, design or, like, they include it. We're a landscape design build, but my background's in design, so I feel comfortable being like, yeah, good choice. But sometimes if you go straight to the contractor and you're like, design my yard, they're going to design it in the best way that they know how to profit off of the materials.
Right.
So don't recommend having a contractor design your yard. Have their input for, like, budget early on if you want, but really a landscape designer or even a landscape architect is probably where you want to start.
Okay.
Yeah,
because, like, this show, we toe the line. Like, the whole mission is to help people take charge of their spaces, whatever that's looks like. So we have the DIYer that's going to do everything themselves, all the way to someone that's, like, passionate about design but is going to outsource the pieces. So I think that's really helpful, because it's like, maybe you hire a designer to do the design, and then you can kind of either do parts yourself, contract out where you know, plumbing, maybe you need help. So, but having, like, an overall strategy, if that's where you're intimidated, it's good to know that, like, that's what you're looking for. Like, you need to go find.
And I think a lot of people are intimidated by the outdoor space because it's so much more ambiguous. And like, at least when you're redesigning a house, you're like, I have 4 walls here. What am I going to put on them? Or am I going to take this wall out? Like, it's like 3 decisions right there. I mean, obviously there's way more, but to simplify it, where you have a landscape, you're like, this space is completely empty and I could put anything anywhere almost. How do I make sure I do this in a way that's going to be efficient as well? Because you're basically making the space where the house is already spaced out without major remodel. So I think it does get a little more complicated for that in terms of understanding scale. But some people are perfectly talented at DIYing all of that. I think like the best fit for people that are in that in-between of a DIYer and like a builder, they're not sure, is just get a consultation from a professional. And just get fresh eyes on the space to have them see it in a way that maybe you're not able to, and then run with that.
Yeah, and something personalized versus like YouTubing, where like you're talking about your actual space versus like guesswork. But yeah, I think it's interesting because with your house, like seasonal changes don't really happen. You like change your thermostat. But like outside, like the way things shift and ebb and flow between, I mean, I'm now somewhere that has like real seasons, so that's weird. But also just like rain will come and wash things away. Like there's so much like change that happens naturally that you have to like plan and account for. That's what intimidates me versus the indoors. It's like inside I got it. Outside I'm like, is this right? Like is this gonna fall down? Is this gonna turn into mud?
Yeah. I definitely feel like we're in a challenging space and time where a lot of clients really want, like they're scared of the change, and that's totally understandable, and it's kind of annoying sometimes too, but it's also the beauty of the landscape in a way as well, is that the spaces change. And so what I try and fight against often is people using low maintenance as their driving factor for everything, because when that happens, like you end up with like a concrete slab, artificial turf, like a plastic fence. And at the end of the day, like, what did you create? Like a plastic jungle of inorganic spaces. And yes, it's low maintenance, but it's also completely void of life and kind of takes away a lot of the benefits of actually being outside. So trying to bring people over from like, okay, low maintenance, yeah, like that's valid, but how can we do it in a way that like you still get the benefits of being outside versus like, I call it like a looking yard. Like it looks great from the window. Do you want to be out there when it's hot and 110 degrees on your turf and you're having plastic fences radiate heat against
and
you?
The
like
turf is melting literally. Like I've seen like some areas like turf like melts. Like I didn't even know it could do that. It's crazy.
And I don't want to completely hate on all these materials. Like I think everything has a place, but it's really finding the right balance. And it's when people go like too far on one side of, especially like low maintenance, you just end up with just not a valuable space, really.
Right.
Even though it costs a lot.
Even though, it's very expensive for being so plastic. Yeah. I think that's really important to reframe is like you shouldn't go either one direction or the other, right? I think because my project right now, like I'm going to add turf, but there's going to be lots of plants, and that's because I don't own a mower, but I do want like to have my hands in the dirt and be in touch with nature and still like have it be outside versus like plastic.
Sure. I feel like turf is such a hot topic. Like people are very polarized by it. Like they're like it's horrible. I mean, really, when you break down everything is horrible in some manner. So it's hard to, I tend to like not like to use turf as much, but I do think it has a place. I see it as an outdoor carpet. Like it's no different to me than really pouring concrete. It's about the same thing. So if you just think about your space, like you wouldn't pour concrete from your front door to your fence. Yeah.
So don't do that. It's
so don't do that.
Weird or fake or
You want to bring like you said, you're bringing in the other plants around it to like still have that balance in your space.
Yeah, and there's a lot of freedom in that too. It's like the more you can be intentional and the more you can be like, okay, what parts do I want to be involved in? Like what can I take care of? And then you get a better space, I think.
Yeah, totally. I mean, every space is super personal. Like what people like want to, like that's the fun part about it is like everybody has different needs. A lot of them are the same, I will say, but like they have different ways of expressing them.
Okay, I like that. Like the core need is the same, but the way we express it is different. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put that.
Like the majority of our clients want like some sort of shade, outdoor cooking, usually like a built-in barbecue or at least placing a barbecue, and then like an open space if they have kids or dogs, and then privacy. Those are like pretty common like on every project. You just rearrange like, well, are we going with more of an Asian aesthetic for this, or are we going with more of like a what is that really popular, there's a name for it, it's like the white and black everything. I call it Scandinavian-ish, like super simple. I think they call it farmhouse.
What you mean, it's like everything is black and white, like all the accents are black, and then it's like white gravel, white brick, white planters. Like,
and it can look cool. It can look cool. I feel like I'm about to make a TikTok of being like, stop painting your houses white and black. Like, it's okay. Like, it's not, it doesn't like look bad. I just don't understand why everybody is doing it.
Right. Well, and that's the most interesting thing is like, if that is your personality and your style and something that is like true to you, but if it's just because you have no other ideas, like just wait a second, because in 5 seconds, the trend is going to change and then you will have done all this. And you won't be connected to that decision. So that's, I feel you on that one.
I already feel like the trend has started. Like we've already hit the climax and we're on the way down. And I still see people doing it. I'm like, oh, you caught it on the wrong end. It's just like when you invest at the wrong time.
Shiplap. Yeah. I know. I like still see people like putting up shiplap. I'm like, no, like it's already over. Like,
although I
wait 20 years, I'll be back. So
I still think though, in terms of design, and I hope I don't sound snooty, but you have to like I think a lot of people do it for like flipping houses and stuff like that. Yes. And I think I've read an article recently, like basically every house that's being flipped is like following this aesthetic of white and black because it works. And you can't blame people for doing it.
Right. And
if it sells their house.
Right. Very few people have strong opinions about black and white too. It's like, it's not a color that is like, you know, a lot of personality. It's just kind of like neutral and like fresh. And,
I think I'm torn because like aesthetically, I don't mind it, and I think that it is a nice look. But I'm also like, but why is everybody doing it?
Right.
Like, don't people have different ideas? Like, are we all the
Let's see
same?
something else. Yeah. That has always been interesting to me with trends. It's like we all collectively decide, like, we're all going to experiment with this look right now, and then we all get tired of it. I just find it so interesting because it's like there's nothing wrong with trends or the aesthetics we choose. It's just the way we all choose to do it together and then overdo it so much that everyone's like, I'm tired of seeing it. It's like... I think in the age of the internet, like, that's happening less and less. It used to be like trend cycles, and now it's like there's so much more sharing that I think those are like a lot shorter. Yeah. Hopefully. And hopefully there's like less homogeneousness going on. I don't know if that's the word. But
I mean, I think I'm just interested by it. Like,
yes.
I don't want people to feel bad. If you've painted your house white and black, that's fine, and you love it. I'm sure it's wonderful. I just want to understand.
So you gotta love it.
Yes.
So shifting gears a little bit, what would you say, one of the most underrated projects you could tackle in your yard? Like something that maybe people are not focused on as being like a trendy project or DIY or...
I mean, like properly grading the yard. The fun stuff that you don't get to see. Right. Basically, you spend half your budget in the beginning and then you cover it all up and you're like, wow, I got nothing for my money.
Right. That's where
I'm at. Functionality. Yeah, I think a lot of times the prep work is way overlooked, and also surprisingly, like, people are like, oh my God, I have to pay for that. But just creating like positive drainage away from the house, collecting the water either in the landscape or moving it to another location, getting your irrigation set up and really dialed well. We get so excited about all the plants, and if you're DIYing it, a lot of people are like, just stick it all in and then we'll figure it out. And then you're like, well, like being able to plan it out so you're able to maintain it well. Like, there's so many great smart timers and other things that you can utilize that it's like almost like think of the boring functionality stuff first, and you will thank yourself like 3 years later. Yeah. When because I know it's hard when you get excited about, you're like, let's just put the fun stuff in now.
Yeah, no, but that's so true. That's like literally my approach when I'm talking about interiors. Like, go write a list of your everyday activities that you do, and then match those up with design elements, and then you can make it pretty. And so it's like, when you build that foundation, like, you've done an intentional project versus like an aesthetic project that's gonna like deteriorate faster. But it's like, if the decision is like, you know, on the end of the spectrum of like no maintenance and we do turf because you didn't plan ahead and you're gonna have to be out there every day with a hose like watering everything, it's like, that's not sustainable. But if you think ahead and all you have to do is push a button, now you have a whole natural yard and you don't have to like maintain it hands-on. So that's
yeah, because oftentimes when people buy a house or move into a place, they'll be like, let's put the patio on the back, whether it's, you know, pouring concrete or something, and they surround the sides, and you're like, okay, now you want to do your outdoor living, and you've covered every single way that we can get electricity, plumbing, drainage.
Like, dig it back up.
And take it back up or cut through it and we'll pour back, and now you've had a patched pad. So that goes back to like working with a designer, or at least thinking about your space as a whole. I tell people to design their dream yard, like lay out everything that you want, whether you can do it now or not. So you can at least consider, like, you know, like, I don't know if I'll have, you know, $15,000 in 10 years to do this thing, but you know what? It's only going to cost me $300 to run the conduit, to get the electricity out there. So I have hope, you know?
Right. That was actually on my list of things to ask. Like, what do you do when you're limited by budget? Is there a master plan you tackle over time? And that, that's a really good strategy. I know I did that on I was just going to say, I did that on a small scale when we built our pool, like ran a gas line for an outdoor kitchen later. And then the people that bought our house were so excited because they could like build on it. So you're just like investing in the space either for you or for people to come, so you don't have to rip everything out again.
Yeah, exactly. I think when people have big yards or big ideas and limited budget, oftentimes we'll suggest breaking into 2 or 3 phases. And the first, like I mentioned before, is getting the site prepped, like with the grading and all the underground work done and running all that plumbing, because it's just so much more doable that way. So usually we do the hardscape first and make sure we have all those utilities run, and then It's great when we can do it all at once, but that's not the reality for some people. So, and that's totally fine.
And especially with timing, I'm sure it's like there's certain seasons that aren't great to plant, or it's like you're focused on different things at different times. And so timing could be a factor too.
Yeah, timing is important. And then overall, just like justification of how much money you want to spend in your space too is something that, because oftentimes people have the money, but they're like, well, I don't want to spend that.
Yeah, right.
So you have to like ask yourself, okay, what are the priorities? What do I really want? Because you can have everything if you're willing to pay for it.
Right. You can just keep adding on. It's actually wild to me how expensive landscaping can get. But I've noticed. Yeah.
It's the first conversation I have with any client, and it's not awkward for me anymore, but like right out the bat I'm like, what's your budget?
Right.
You're like, wait.
Out. Right.
Well, I do it more
important boundary for everyone, because everyone's just going to be disappointed later if that's not clear. So,
and I do it more gentle than that, but you have to have those conversations earlier on, or you're just wasting people's time.
Right. Yeah. So I think another interesting thing, and I know I run into this a lot, being like a female in this space, like with power tools and work boots, everyone's like very confused and really thinks I need all the help. What has your experience been as a woman in like a historically dominated male space? Have you had a good time? Is it hard?
Oh, honestly, I've had a great time. But I'm also like the type that's fairly oblivious and like very focused on like what's interesting to me. So regardless of whether I'm getting backlash or not, I find it more interesting. It's not a personal thing for me. It's more of like a thing that I find curious. It used to be that oftentimes if I was on a job site and I'd have delivery or a new sub or somebody come to the job site, they'd be like, oh, like assume I was the homeowner. Just like here on site. I'm like, no, I own the business. It's my company. It's our contract.
Right.
And that, I feel like that happens less and less, but I feel like I'm kind of insulated by like regular people that I work with now that are very familiar with me. Right. So I almost feel like in an unfair way, I'm like, yeah, it's fine, ladies, get out there, do your thing. Because like it's almost like I've forgotten in the beginning that it wasn't quite like that. Because it's not like that for me now.
And it is weird, like initially, I think it's like you're battling being sort of new in an industry and your skill set, and then people just not taking you seriously because of how you look. It's like that's a lot of uphill battle, and then once you get past it, you're like, whatever, like bring it. Like you guys are, and that's like where I am at now. It's like people throwing shade on the internet. It's like funny to me. I just think it's so funny, and I'm so unfazed. And my best friend is like, oh my gosh, there's all these men coming for me because I like built this with this, and I'm like it's funny. Like they have nothing. Do. Like,
I mean, honestly, I'm like, great. Throw some more shade, because I know people are going to come back me up and I'm going to get more comments for this. So
run it up,
you do you. I'm like, there was a job site where I was explaining what the masons were doing. Like we poured a concrete fire pit, and I was just gesturing and being like, this is what's happening now. This is what we're doing later. And I got so much hate for that. And I was just like, wow, like it blew up on TikTok for me. And I was like, that's just so bizarre, like that, because I used the word we, like we're doing this, da-da-da.
Yes.
And they're like, well, you're not dirty. I'm like, well, yeah, I'm not physically finishing the concrete right now, but this is my job. I designed it. I brought the subs. Like I'm paying the bills. I'm handling everything. Like this is very much a we.
A we situation, right? It would not be happening without me, like period.
I'm basically telling them what I want them to do for me.
Right. Yeah. Just because you're not like hands-on in the trench doesn't mean it's not your work. Yeah.
But I do like being hands-on, and I think like going back to like being new in the industry and stuff like that, I think one of the hardest things is you'll find people that want to help you because you're a woman, and that's like a wonderful thing, and I totally like love that right now. I'm like, oh, I don't want to carry that. Okay.
Right.
You want to? Okay.
You cannot lift it. You should take
No, I mean, no, I don't play like that really, but it's kind of like if somebody's like, can I help you? I have no shame with being like, sure.
Right.
But there's that fine balance in the beginning, like when you're on a job site, like the guys want to be like good chivalrous men and be like, I'll carry that for you. Like, I'll do that for you. And at some point you got to be like, actually, at least for me, I'm a very hands-on learner. I'm like, I have to physically do it. And another balance is you can't slow down the job site too much as like your learning playground on somebody else's dime. So
right, yeah.
So it's a fine balance of knowing when to jump in and jump out, and I think that's the tricky part of being a beginner, whether you're male or female. But I do think it's a little more difficult if you're female.
Right. And just something that, like, if someone's listening to this that wants to go into this field versus a DIYer, like, you get to play around in your own backyard with your own money and mess things up. But yeah, someone else's job, it's like you do have to respect the boundary of like resources and learning, but not messing things up or holding it up or
right. Yeah, because sometimes I'll be like, okay, when can I jump in because I want to do this, but I don't want to slow things down by me learning. So it's
right.
But that's how I learn, and
me too. I like need to see it. It's like, well, I also just think that's just some things. Like, you could read a book about swimming, but until someone throws you in the deep end, it doesn't matter if you know every stroke and every like intricacy. You have to feel it, and you have to like do it. So there's some things that are just like that. Yeah.
So my favorite thing though is to have people prep the site for the jobs I want to do that are creative, and then I just come and do the fun part.
The fun stuff. Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm like, how do we outsource? Now it's like I've hung drywall so many times. I don't need to hang another sheet, but I know how to do it, and I feel like that helps me be a better boss in communicating with people when I outsource. But also, like, I don't have to do that again and again, and now I can be more strategic and on the creative side. So,
well, you can teach me how to do drywall then,
right? Tradesies. You teach me really anything. The whole yard stuff. I'm still behind. I can like dig a small hole, and that's about it.
No, you got it. I've seen your videos. I love those. You did like, I think it was an umbrella or a light stick holder. Or was it with a curtain rod?
The closet rod, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. I was like,
I
might use that ideas.
That was fun.
Why?
It was mostly about that I didn't mix the concrete. I like dry poured the concrete in the buckets.
Oh,
okay. Right. It's like, it's not a foundation, so I don't think we should worry.
Yeah, it's a like, freaking pot to hold a stick.
Over, it's gonna be fine. Like, we'll just pick it
back up. Technically it will be a little stronger if you but also there are concretes designed to just be poured in post holes, like
that's what this was. It was like a fast setting like mix, like made for that. But I thought that was funny. It was like we got to have a really great discussion around concrete, and I feel like it's important because there are people on the internet telling people they can like pour concrete and like a whole foundation and then hose it off, and it's bad. It's like,
no thanks.
Right.
I do think concrete is fascinating though. Like, there's so much chemistry in there, like the moisture and like the slacking and like the
different kinds
I find the chemistry of that very interesting. But that's for another day.
Right. We could do a whole episode. I'm like a nerd when it comes to that kind of stuff. It is so interesting. I'm about to make, what is it called? Hafta. No. It's like the concrete that's mixed with peat moss and like
hypertufa?
Hypertufa. I was so close. I was like hafta. It's like that's the part.
Yeah. I haven't done that before. Well, maybe I did a long time ago, but I haven't done that before. What are you gonna do with it?
I think like some planters. Like
great. Yeah. Might as well.
Like, get that out. I need a mixer, like, so I don't have to mix it by hand, but we'll see.
Oh, you know what? There's this guy that he invented this thing. It's like a hand mixer. Like, I'll send you a note on it, but like he has like a hand mixing wheelbarrow thing, and it's super like efficient. You would probably love it, and it's great for like, because you don't need to be a big burly man to like or whatever plug it in.
Crank it.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll send it to you. It's called Steel. Oh my god, I wish I remembered the name. I'll send it to you.
Anything's called, as you just saw. So yeah, a note later would be great. Okay, let me find. I have some more. Oh, your shows. Let's talk about the fact that you're on TV on all of these cool shows. First of all, how did that start? Like, how did you always want to be on TV, or is someone like, hey, you should do this, and you're like, wait, what? I didn't know that was a thing.
I mean, I've always been open to the idea. I basically saw in a landscape architecture like newsletter that DIY was casting for an expert, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm an expert. But hey, I've been doing this for 2 years, and like I feel like I was working for another company doing like design managing and basically design managing, and so like checking in on construction projects. Like, it was a design build company. So I was like, oh, I kind of know all aspects of this business by this point. And so I just applied. I sent them an email and they wrote me back. I was like, okay.
That's so fun.
And I went through this whole process of auditioning for this role for a show that already existed. It was called I Hate My Yard. And they sent it to the network and they all chose me as their choice for the host. I was like, well, I guess I quit my job now and no.
Right?
So,
and become famous. Like, hello, that sounds amazing.
I was looking to go out. I was kind of going out on my own around that time anyway, so it was good timing. But I needed a lot of work. TV is way different than social media, in my opinion. It's a different skill set
and a different scale too. It's like the timelines and the like largeness of the projects, and it's well, there's so many people involved when you do a show. You have the actual client whose house it is, you have the network who has an opinion, you have the production company, and then you have the contracting team that you're pulling in on that location. And all of them have different needs, so it does complicate things. But it's super fun too. Like it's crazy long hours. Like I love doing it. But, like, I know a lot of influencers who have, like, dabbled in and out of it. And I think a lot of them have been like, I think I make more money being an influencer. I have many friends that are like, I will never do TV. Like, everyone asks me and I'm not in because they just, like, want to work for themselves and do whatever they want. But, I think it's interesting because it's, like, what the projects you get to work on and the scale of stuff can be, like, totally different. And so it's, like, 100%. It can be rewarding in different ways.
I'm at the point that I have a new show I'm going to be working on, and I would like to self-produce it, which I just think I'm finally like there where like I love working on other shows and people take care of all like the fun, like all the business end of it, but I'm just at a point where like I know what I want, and like I just want to like find the right like find the people to support the idea. Like I'm confident it'll work. I just need to put the right people behind it, and
which is
I want to
cool.
do one more show.
Do you want to share what it is, or we like?
No, I can't. It's in the works right now. I can't.
Oh my gosh, so
exciting. I mean, so many things need to fall in place to have like a legit TV show. So just because I have the idea doesn't mean it's going to happen. But I work hard at things I really want.
Keep an eye out, and when it does, we'll be like cheering for you, like it's here.
Definitely.
But was there anything like crazy about TV that you didn't like see coming at all? Like a way of doing things, or like something that happened on a project, or just like any fun curveballs that you were like,
I mean, I definitely had a few times that I was crying behind camera before I came out. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Oh, sorry, I hit my earbuds. Like, just learning how to balance like all those needs I was talking about before, and also like trying to figure out who I was as a designer and a person on TV too. And I think that just trying to come to realization that like you gotta let go on certain things. Like I didn't cry about this one. I remember one time I had like a design assistant, and like you just gotta let things go sometime. And like she came back with like a custom like what do they call it, textile, like basically I hated the pattern on the thing, and I was like, it was a big part of the show, and I was just like, there's nothing I could do about it, and I was just so mad. I was like, I really hate multiple patterns in many colors together. It's just not, it's not my vibe. I don't like it.
It's chaotic enough. I don't need visually for things to be also chaotic.
And like I hated it, and I was like, I have no choice, and I was like, whatever, it's going out there. I'll be like, look at this lovely thing, and in my mind I'm like, oh my god, sorry, I didn't cuss. I'm like, I hate it.
Let it out.
and you know what's so funny is after the show aired, a bunch of people liked it, and I was like, okay, all right, fine. I just didn't like it. And so those things.
Like, and that's like great that it's like you put something out there and everyone gets to like, if it's their style, like you inspired someone, but it would be weird to have to like talk about something that like a team put together that's not like 100% your work.
I can't. That was the biggest like in the beginning it was like all of my work, and then it just wasn't sustainable, and that was the hard part is like, okay, what parts do you chip off and like allow other people to run with? And then what it comes down to is just getting somebody that respects you and understands your design style, that you work well together. So
so that it's not like a fight, and that when you delegate it's like you're amplifying versus like giving pieces of you away. Like,
and then the guilty part is like you can't really give credit to all those team members, because at the end of the day, when you do a news interview, you're not going to be like, thanks Tyler and Jesse and da-da-da for like helping me. Like, it's like, hey, Sarah.
Me. Thank you. But it's like they're rewarded in other ways. Like, I'm sure in person, you're amazing to work for. And then just the fact that they got to be on the project. Like, they'll have their time. Or some people, like to be behind the scenes. I know I have friends.
Yeah, it's definitely the job description. Like, nobody's surprised by it.
Right.
But so you need a team when you're doing multiple projects on a short timeline.
Right.
But I feel lucky that I always have been super involved, even when I wasn't, like I did another show, and I'm not required to design, but I would spend my weekends doing it because I just cared. I was like, I'm not going to let somebody else design this and just show up here and be like, look at this.
Right. Like, it's like the fun part is the design. Like, hello, I would like to do that part, so I will do that. And then
I'm like, talk about you don't have to pay me, although it would be nice. No.
Right? It would be nice to be paid.
I was paid in other ways, but
for sure.
Yeah.
So how have you balanced like real life client work with like TV? Do you have, like seasons where it's like one or the other? And
it has been difficult. Like, I don't have kids and I'm not married yet. But it was hard in the beginning. Like, I would basically take remote work sometimes when I was filming, but for the most part, like, I would kind of just shut the local business down, because I was in Philadelphia for like 3 months doing one show, and then in LA for like 10 months doing another show. And so like it was really hard to do. But now the company's set up where I have a project manager that can run pretty much without me a lot of the business, so that way Sarita Landscapes, my company, can keep going without hiccups. And I'm still involved, but it's like I don't need to show up that's like the best part. I don't need to show up on the job sites at 7 a.m. anymore. I'm like, our subs know what they're doing, and Ryan's here to help out, and like I can, but I don't have to. And that's allowed me to kind of spend more time like with these other ideas of, like, recently we did a community project, and like
so fun.
it was a big donation of our time and resources, and those are the things that's like, okay, I'm able to kind of like work on this thing that we just want to do as a feel-good project and bring that in. Obviously it will help the company somewhat, like we're making some social on it and
but
all
still
that, but
there's like space for that, where if you're in the grind of every day, like, it's just not possible to like divert your time and do stuff like that.
Exactly.
I feel like that's for sure like the biggest challenge of being an entrepreneur is like building a structure where you are free to walk away or like step away. I still haven't fully done that because I'm just like too involved, but it's like I can see it. It's like we're slowly getting there. So we can be like, bye, like I'm out.
I know. I feel like I've been struggling with like on the social media side because that's part of the business, right?
Right.
And I can put out some good social media stuff, but consistency is my enemy. And I'm just like, I've decided that it's no longer my job. Like, I just got to find somebody else that wants to put this stuff out for me, because one, I'm running a landscape design build company. Two, I'm the spokesperson for Steel USA, the chainsaw company. And like, I work with other brands too. And so like, on top of like trying to be a regular influencer too, I'm like,
it's
it happens
job. Like, that's
when
my
it's convenient.
Job. Yeah, it's like, it's its own job, for real.
So I'm not gonna lie. I've been a little disappointed with like my growth on social, but I also completely understand like it happens in spurts. I'm like, where
and
consistency
you can't plan it. Even when you're like 100% consistent and dedicated, it's like things pop off that you never expect, and then the consistency is like a slow grind, like very slow. So it's like. And creatively, for me at least, it's like I have to try to show up when I'm feeling inspired, because otherwise I like will burn out. Like if I'm just trying to put a video out all the time, it's like no one wants to watch that. Like
exactly.
Your sad girl era, like no thank you. Like you just wait and take a nap and come back happy.
You know what? So I've actually started to try and work around like, I don't know if it's TMI, but my menstrual cycles. Yeah. Because I've realized that like
this is my new thing too. Yeah.
Like I was like, I feel like crap for a week. I don't want to be on camera. I don't even want to try. Like, I don't want to put makeup on. I want to be ugly and just let me be. Like, so I had a video or two they were due, and I was just like, I just have to push them. Like, I just need this time to like not be outputting energy and warmth and joy, because I'm not like I can be nice.
Yeah,
I'm not like a total bee when I'm like doing my thing, but I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. I just need to schedule around that downtime to recover. And then when that's over, I'm like, hey world, I'm so happy. Like,
Yeah. For real. I went to like this conference. I don't even remember what it was called. It was in Palm Springs. And there was like a doctor that came and gave a speech about this. And my mind was blown. Because I worked in so many male-dominated industries, like oil and gas finance. My title was literally landman. Like, cool. So I had been around, and she's like explaining like men's hormonal cycle happens in a 24-hour period. So like everything's set up about the workday from like grind time in the morning to like social hour in the afternoon, like happy hour. It's like it's all set up for like a 24-hour cycle. So when we try to shove ourselves into that every day, it's just not possible because our cycle's a month long. But it's like you have the same phases. But yeah, learning that it's like before your period, you will want to destroy and rip apart and burn everything down. And I'm like, great, demo week will happen then, and we will just like rip some stuff apart. And then like your period, it's like go inside, like be to yourself, like introspection, reassess. Like, so now that I've started doing that, it's like I can batch my work, and I'm so much faster versus like
I'm so much happier.
Myself. Yes. It's like easy. Like, wait a second, this could be easy? Like, this is wild.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, like, only film myself when I'm wanting to be, like, outward. And I'm very extroverted, but, like, you're right. Like, that time, like, I need that introvertedness or that just, like, I just need to be in bed all day. Yeah, it's fascinating that, like, I never even thought that would be a factor, but I'm so excited that people are talking about this because I probably would have gone through the rest of my life just thinking I was terrible at something through certain periods and being mad at myself instead of loving myself and being like, oh, it's chill time. It's chill time right now.
And like working with it, like the fact that it's not like a hindrance, like I have to sit here and do nothing. It's like an asset. Like the insights I get when I'm like chilling and allowing myself to rest and going inside, it's like then when it's time to act on them, it's like, whew, like we're so fast, we know what we're doing, we're so clear, versus being like, I don't know what to do and this is really hard. And it's like, it's so interesting.
Totally. I know, and I'm on the verge of being like, because I work and obviously collaborate with other people, being like, I just don't do videos during this time. Or, not that I can, but like.
Right. But it's like in my dream world where I'm setting my own schedule, like I block off the time when we're not doing interviews, and it's like you can set things up where it's like, here's my social hour these 2 weeks, and then I will batch every single interview all day and be on and be excited and have energy. But the next week I will be like, no, not having a time.
That's awesome.
It is cool. I feel like also in an industry where it's like really physical too. I know people on TikTok, at least, I'm very into watching people like cycle sync their workouts and do like different kinds of workouts. I haven't gotten that nuanced yet, but I'm looking at it. That looks
I saw that
smart.
in like, because I heard a podcast that started making me think about it, just one, and it was enough to make me like really rework a lot of stuff. But she did talk about like, you know, during that time is not the time to build muscle. Like you might as well be wasting your energy and making yourself more tired. And so I'm like, okay, I have no guilt. Like, I'm not working out. Like, I'll go for a walk or whatever. But
little stuff.
I'm like, this is not power up time.
No, that's later. We'll do that later. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so besides your dream show, fingers crossed, coming, what are some other projects you have coming up that you're excited about? Whether it's like client work or other things. Yeah.
So the community project I mentioned, we basically helped a family whose house was hit by a plane. Super sad story. I know. Yeah, it was like national news too. It was a house in Santee, and two houses were hit by this plane. Unfortunately, the pilot died, and it hit a UPS driver. It was so sad. Unfortunately, in his car. Luckily, nobody in the house was killed, but at the end of the day, it's been about a year and a half, and they finished rebuilding their house, and they just didn't have any extra money for the landscaping, and like they have a new family, and so I was basically able to pull a bunch of resources, get a bunch of donations, around like $45,000 worth of donations for their yard, and then we donated our time, and we got a bunch of labor to donate their time, and we were able to flip around like a $40,000 to $60,000 landscape for this family. And we filmed it, so I'm going to put it up on YouTube. It's also going to air like on local and maybe national. We're working on that. So,
oh my gosh, what a cool project.
Yeah, so it was a super feel-good project. So that's coming out. I feel really great about that. I'll be doing some work on my buddy Kevin at Epic Gardening. He's like a huge garden blogger. I don't know if you know him, but I'm going to start.
I need
popping
to.
up.
I need to get into all the things gardening. Yes.
He has a podcast too. You should definitely look at him as well.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing a little stuff there. And I guess the big thing I'm excited about is what's happening next with my next show. But I can't talk about it yet. So just follow me on social.
When it is back. Yeah. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
But that's so cool. I feel like it is interesting being in like a project-based business. It's like there's ebbs and flows and like always something on the horizon. But that's cool.
Oh yeah, there's always something like for sure. I guess I'm getting married in September, so other than that, I'm not like yeah, that's the big project in the next few months. So
right, it's the wedding planning. I totally did the worst job. I went to Hawaii and the hotel was like this or this or this, and it was just like you picked little options, and everyone in Hawaii was like so chill, like island time, like there's one flower person and one, so it's like you get what you get, and it's like this is amazing, like just do it all for me. I don't want to make a choice. I just want to show up and have everyone be like relaxed. So that was
we kind of did the opposite, and we picked a venue that's only had 2 weddings there before, and then like it's pretty remote. No cell phone reception, which I'm super. Is it going to be like a big wedding or smaller or? Yeah, we sent out a lot of invites. We just sent them out, so we're seeing what's going to filter back in. It's always fun. It's waiting around. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm kind of like, well, it's going to be whatever it's going to be, and nothing's like. It's going to be great. Like honestly, the venue was wonderful, and like it's an awesome. We'll have a bunch of people staying on site with us, so I'm not worried about that. I just, it's a lot. Just any wedding is a lot. You're like, why does everything have to cost so much? Right. I'm like, it's a family reunion. It doesn't work. They find out. Right. They all find out. That's why I went to Hawaii. I was like, maybe if we go like a huge flight away, no one will come. And everyone was like, oh, this is now our like family vacation for the year. It's like, perfect. I'm so glad you guys are here, but also we definitely thought this was going to be smaller. So I know. Thank God we can like adjust all the catering bills at the end. But I'm like, oh God, like I want everybody to come, but now I'm like, did I? No. Did we? Like, should we? No, we do. We do. But are you doing? Are you like building anything or any? Like, are you like taking on projects? So I was working with steel, and we had Caitlin Johnson come out as well, and she's an arborist. She's awesome too. So we together built like a pergola that I'll get married under, and so we basically took we felled some trees. She felled the trees, and then we took those and we notched them and created this wedding arbor. So we'll get married under that. It's super cute. So special, yeah. And then we just used like the logs along the side and like filled it with mulch. So I basically took like an empty hillside, added an arbor and a little mulch area, and we're going to place everybody under this tree. So it's going to be very like natural and pretty. That's amazing. And it's amazing that it's like you got to do kind of like your vision. Yeah. Oh, totally. It was super fun. So yeah, I'll work on that content with steel and get that out soon. But it's super simple. If you got trees, trees and a chainsaw, you can. You know what I kind of like about it is, first of all, I couldn't find any examples of like a natural log arbor, and I'm like, it's not that difficult. Like, why aren't people doing it? It's all dimensional lumber. I mean, it's heavy as heck, so you need like 2 people, 4 people, depending on where you're putting these logs. Yeah. But we just used timber ties and we like notched them in together, almost like Lincoln logs, and it looks great. And it was like so cool. The property had a ton of wood, so it was basically free of materials, other than all there. The hardware. But yeah, so that project I'm excited about. Yeah, that's so cool. I have a friend that does like timber framing, like the old style of like all the notches. That's cool. And stuff. That is so cool. Like, look, it's probably not that intricate. No, but like still, the fact that it's like straight up logs, trees that you cut down and like build something. I'm like still at Home Depot, like, is the board straight? Like, I will have to work with what I get. That's fine too. I like that it feels very natural though, because we're in such a natural setting. Yeah. And that was the other thing too. It's going to be hot that time of year, so we were going to rent a tent, but I was like, why be on this open vista and stuff everybody under a hot plastic tent? Right, so like, get in the plastic bag, everyone. And yeah, really. So we're going to get umbrellas and call it a day. So hopefully that works. That's so fun. I feel like we should talk about chainsaws. Oh, sure. Because you keep mentioning them, and I just bought like a little baby one. Okay. Scared of like the normal sized ones. Well, like, is it battery or gas? It's battery. Cool. And I'm just using it to like hack down small shrubs here and there, but like just in general,
I don't know. Like, do you have any tips or strategies?
Oh, sure.
Or should everyone have one? Like, what's the scoop
Yes.
on chainsaws?
So, I mean, I think as a landscape professional, it's great to have like one in like my arson. So I use steels. There's a few different ones I use, but definitely the battery. So I'm not an arborist out there felling trees all day. Like, I don't need these big bad machines that they're amazing and awesome, because I mean I have a few, but
Right.
really, so
Not
I
your
think
main
batteries
gig,
yeah, battery's a great spot to be, because it really cuts down on like the maintenance and the care, and it's a lot simpler. I think you put the battery in, and basically, you know, put on your PPE on, and you can use the chainsaw, and it's plenty powerful. You can charge the battery again when you need to, but most likely you're going to get through all of your cuts on one battery charge if you're doing a landscape project.
Right.
And so you don't need to deal with the messy fuel and stuff like that. The noise is a little bit less too. And if you stick with like a system, you can actually use one battery in multiple tools. So like the hedger will also use that,
Same one.
you know, the blower. And so I can just pop the battery into multiple tools.
Like
I know
cycle
a lot of brands do that. Obviously I'm biased. I think steels are the best. But but when talking about mini, they don't like me to call it a chainsaw, because it's not. It's a hand pruner. But it's basically a 4-inch blade. It's a bar, and it's like a 2-hand system where you hold one and then you put your hand on the other, and like it's for pruning like 4 inches or under, because sometimes like the loppers are just not going to get through it. So I actually it's called the GTA 26, and it's basically a hand pruner.
Is that the one that looks sort of like a drill on the bottom, and then it has like a baby chainsaw on the top? Or is that
kind of, yeah. So it has like a 4-inch bar with the chain on it, and it's such a tiny unit that it doesn't have an oil reserve, so it comes with a little bottle of oil, and you just like, you know, put a little on the chain before you use it. It's
like
really
Wizard
cute.
of Oz, like get your little oil can out.
Yeah, exactly. You just do that, and then like you plug in the battery. And what I love about this is like it's, you have to be careful with every tool, but it's so much more manageable. Like I have my mom use this tool, who's like, she's not a DIYer, but like she's comfortable with it, and it just allows you to be a lot more efficient. So like I keep that in my car. Like I'm going to use it to cut up pallets at the end of the day today, and then I have some trees that I cut down, like some limbing, some branches that I could just chop so quick. So I think that GTA 26 is like, everybody should have that tool. Like that's like, I feel like that if you're like scared of chainsaws, that's like the what do they call that? Like the gateway tool.
Gateway, yeah. I was going to say irrigation. I was like, that's not the right word. It's something else. Yeah, your gateway. Like, yeah, that was my, like sander for me was like, wait, I could use a saw. And it's like, get this baby one, and later you'll have the whole full size and be using it like a pro. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan. It just makes work more efficient in general. So I love working with them. They're great.
Yeah, that's so fun. Is there anything else we missed that you feel like, or any words of advice that you want to share?
In landscaping, I think just stay encouraged. I know it feels like landscaping just is very intimidating to people, which is great business for me. But
like, stay scared, hire me.
But no, we can't help everybody physically. So, you know, it's just a matter of getting out there and understanding your landscaping, getting comfortable with it. Just like the gateway tools that we like start with and then we graduate. The same thing with landscaping. Like start on your one project. I think a lot of people get discouraged when they buy a bunch of plants, put them in the ground, and they die. But again, it's like, was the prep done? Right. So getting the prep done, like the irrigation in or whatever you need to make it easy for you, is good. But
I like that. So it's like, work up with your skill set and also create that big vision so that you're tackling things little at a time versus like being overwhelmed like I am now. Like we have to redo a whole yard. So fun.
Oh no. Yeah, it happens. I think a lot of people too is landscaping is just something that happens at some point, but it's never something that's scheduled and like part of routine maintenance. So I think people are a lot more successful when they actually schedule in time to spend in the yard, and whether that's once a week or once a month, where you're like, I'm going to spend Saturday, like that's my landscape day, to just keep up with things. If you put it in your calendar, you're because what happens is people ignore it for 6 months and they're like, my landscape's terrible, tear everything out and put artificial turf because I can't manage it. And I'm like, that's because you don't.
Right, because you weren't doing it little at a time. Yeah, if you just always walk out of your car into your garage and forget you have a yard, it'll get overwhelming.
Right.
For sure.
And it's nice being outside. So that's my encouraging thing is spend time outside. It's actually fun.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've decided it's my hobby. People used to ask if I had a hobby. I was like, no, it's my job. And they're the same. And now I'm like, no, gardening is my hobby. I'm a total beginner. And this is my work. So not recommended enough. You feel, like connected. Also, just like the neighbors that come by and like talk to me when I'm in the yard. Like, it's so silly, but I live in a neighborhood with like a bunch of older neighbors, and they're like so excited to just stop by and talk or like show me what the poison ivy is. Like they're very invested. So there's a lot of cool side effects.
Yeah, I think that's
by being outside.
100% agree. Like that's one of the really nice things is we often, like you said, park in your driveway or just on the street and walk to your house. Like when you are spending time in your front yard, like that is community time. And like in my parents' yard, we put a pond, and like people come from all over the neighborhood and bring their kids. They feed the fish. They like just come stare at them. Some dogs try to eat them. They don't. But
they're thinking about it. Like
But it's really great. It's kind of become like an area in the neighborhood that like people like come to enjoy. And my mom actually has a little desk out there so she can work on her laptop in the front yard, and it's fun. It's cute.
Yeah. That is actually so interesting because I feel like there used to be in neighborhoods, like there was a whole like culture of like front porches and like stoops and like walking around, and in some areas that's definitely still a whole thing, but in many like newer divisions that's like we don't do that anymore. Like you walk around a suburb and you don't see anybody, and it's like weird that we all hide in our houses and don't like get out and talk to the person next door, like literally next door.
I did a TEDx talk about that specifically, is really like how we design our landscapes affect our communities as a whole. Because if you can imagine, if everyone does like puts a 6-foot fence on their property line and it's very introverted, like maybe you have to do that if you're not like if you're in a neighborhood for safety, but it completely changes. Like nobody's going to walk down those sidewalks. Like it's not welcoming, it's not enjoyable for anybody. Versus like somebody that kind of scales their yard up, they maybe have like a feature or a bench or a porch or something that they can have some sort of interaction. They can still have barriers, but like visual connection and like shade trees and bringing people together, that's where people go. And it makes a difference. Like landscapes do matter.
I did not do my research. I did not realize you did a whole TED Talk about that. So everyone should go, including me, should go listen to that.
It's called Landscapes Matter.
Landscapes Matter. Okay, that is such an interesting such an interesting topic.
So much. Yeah, like my dream someday, I don't know how I'm going to be able to fund this or whatever, is to be able to work in a neighborhood and completely transform it into like a welcoming, community forward kind of space, and I guarantee it will increase the ROI of that neighborhood and all of those houses, because it makes such a difference. Like
it does.
How if people are in their yards, it's safer for everybody. There's people seeing, there's people enjoying, there's relationships between people. So
it's so interesting. Because so in Denver, I lived in, it was the old airport area called Stapleton, and they had like built all these houses, but it was like a blank area, planned community. And they had all these like courtyards where like everyone's house faces this big courtyard, and then your driveway was a back alley. So you actually had to get out in the front and hang out if you wanted to be outside and like hang out. And then it's like kids were away from the street. There was also like a natural like splash pad that just looked kind of like landscaping, awesome. But it was like in it. And that versus like then I moved to Houston. It was like everyone has their like McMansion, and then it's like there's no community area. And my neighbor interactions, like the difference, it's like we had like a mom squad on the courtyard, like post up by the road with our wine, like all the children over here, and we're just like together. Versus Houston, it's like you have to go way out of your way, walk on the hot concrete to go see
to go do that. In my parents' neighborhood, they have they're a group of ladies. They call themselves they call themselves the Gutter Girls, and they just pull out lawn chairs and they sit.
Oh my gosh, I love that they have a name. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's so fun.
No, it's great. And like when we were doing the pond renovation in my front yard, they all just like pull up and like watch everybody build and just having a good old time. And
Oh, I love that. They should make t-shirts. That's the best.
Yeah. I know, right? I'm kind of jealous. I was like, I want a
Right?
Gutter Girl
I want a
crew.
Gutter Girl squad. Yeah, we'll have to start
Yeah.
our own. I love it.
But I don't live in a space that's conducive to that either. I live in an
Right.
apartment, which is funny as a landscaper, but spend my time in my parents' yard.
Right. Yeah. Then you can leave it behind and have a escape. That's cool.
Yeah.
I guess we should say where everyone should find you on the internet
Sure.
to follow along. Where's the best
Yeah.
spot to connect?
I would definitely say Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is something I'm always adding stuff on. It's so funny. Like I have videos that like have like tons of views, and then I don't put one up for like 6 months. If you want inconsistent but
Sounds like me
quality
on YouTube,
videos,
right? It's like, here's one great one and bye for the year. Like, I'll be back later.
But you know what though, I don't mind, because like I'd rather put out content that I think like people is helpful to people than just
Right.
content to content. And I know that's a strategy that works great for people, but
Yeah.
I'm not interested in that. So YouTube, I guess Threads now.
Threads, right? I'm on Threads. I don't know what to do about it. It feels like I should just go rogue and start posting poetry. Like, I'm already on
Yeah.
every other platform doing the same thing, so I don't know.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And then Facebook.
Were you
is-
like a Twitter person before?
No, I was back in the day, like
Yeah.
10 years ago. I was like, ooh, I had like 10,000 followers, and now
Yeah.
I probably have like 2,500. Like, I don't even do anything with it.
Right, not our favorite, yeah. But
It
I also
doesn't
feel
seem-
like it's like, if it's a visual, like landscaping is so visual, so yeah.
It's not the right platform. You got to pick where you focus. And for me, it's probably Instagram and TikTok first, and then YouTube. And Facebook just exists. Like,
Right.
there's like a certain audience that just gets leftover content from
Yeah, it's like, also post to Facebook, sure, like, so my mom can see what I'm doing. It's like, I'm never there unless I'm on Marketplace finding.
I know. I'm trying to do a better strategy. My buddy Vinny the Twister, like all he does is like post like 3 to 10 videos a day, and he's killing it on Facebook. And I'm like, oh, I don't have time.
I cannot go back to Facebook. It served its time for me. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just your name, though. I'll link it in the shows.
Oh yes, it's Sara without an H. Yeah, Sara.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Bendrick. And I do use Sarita, which is my company name and my nickname, Sarita.
Oh, yeah, I did wonder. I saw it in parentheses, and I was like, okay, what?
Yeah,
Which
so
one do
people
you
call me
use?
both, Sarah or Sarita, and basically means little Sarah in Spanish.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
so cute.
it's fun. Yeah, I like it.
Perfect. I think I have a friend named Sarita, and I didn't know that, so I'm going to be very excited to go tell her.
Yeah, it's not a common name. It's a common
Yeah.
nickname for Sarah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Very
Okay,
cool.
well, everyone go follow along, and you'll see when all the fun things come out, your project, your show, fingers crossed. Yeah, thank you so much for your time. I feel like this was so fun. We did so many twists and turns, but I feel like there's a lot of good information. Landscaping and life-wise, like...
Oh,
whether
I know,
you're
right?
sinking or cutting down a tree with a chainsaw. This is the episode for you.
I'd be like, hey, Steele, I did a podcast. I talked about my period and chainsaws.
And chainsaws. So, bet you've never had that before. You're welcome.
Yeah. Right.
I love it.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much. This was like, I had the best time. So I
It was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening. And if you've got more episodes to catch up on, binge on. Don't let me stop you. But if you've got a second, you should come say hi on Insta at MakeSpacePod. And if you're an overachiever, you can also leave a review and I'll love you forever. If you're new here, hit that follow button to officially become a DIY queen and join all the amazing humans tuning in every week.